fan or your man, whatever you want to say. Today I'm back on NBA 2K. So, lots changed since last time I was playing. I'm gonna do some of the other modes for y'all here on another broadcast later on. But so I want to show you, like, if some of y'all don't know everything that's in here. I personally like 2K18 better. This is what I was trying to say last time, but my last broadcast is kind of low. If you're listening to this one and you listen to the last one, the reason why you can't hardly hear is because you have to turn your TV all the way up. I didn't realize I had my headphones down on that broadcast. So if you want to go back and look at the last one, turn your TV all the way up, and then you'll be able to hear me talking on it. I don't know why I didn't realize I did that, but on this one I should be loud and clear. Headphones are up and everything. But I was trying to explain, I'm going to re-explain it again. This is 2K19. I like 18 better. 19's not bad, but I like 18 better because they took a lot out of this game that they shouldn't have taken out. They changed a lot in it also. But as far as online play, because this is what I do the most on here. On online play, it's the same thing. Teams are broken up into 3 tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Now, in this game, the tiers are different in how you earn things. I'm on college level right now. I started at freshman, just like always. There are certain things you have to do, certain accomplishments you have to do to move up. It's just not based off your wins anymore. Like, for instance, I have to win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to win 7 out of 9 games. I think I already, 7 out of 9 games, because I just got to this level the other day. Instead of it just going by wins and losses, as you can see at the bottom of this screen, you see Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and then you see some basketballs under that. Those basketballs represent how many games you have to win in that tier. You know, on 18, you could use any team you wanted. Any team you wanted to get your wins. And that was on every level. It was from freshman on up. You could use any team in 18. And I liked when they did that because it gave you the opportunity to use some of the classic teams. And you didn't have to earn them. Now they've brought it back to where you have to earn the classic teams again. I was confused by this when I first started playing. I played, and then I was like, where are the classic teams? I ended up playing a guy on here, and he had a classic team. And I was like, hold on a second, how did he get the classic team? So I had to go online, and I had to read up of how it's done. Here's how it's done. At freshman level, you don't get any classic teams at all. You get Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and I'm going to show you. Tier 3 teams are these basic teams right here. Bulls, Cavs, Hawks, Heat, Kings, Knicks. This is up to date too, as of today, which is December 2nd. Magic, Mavericks, I'm broadcasting. Nets, Suns, and that's it. That's Tier 3. And then...
I already fucking knew this.
I'm not playing, I'm just broadcasting this. And then your Tier 2, I'll show you those. Your Tier 2 is going to be the Clippers, the Grizzlies, the Hornets, the Jazz, the Nuggets, the Pacers, the Pelicans, the Pistons, and the Spurs. Oh, and the Timberwolves are on there too, and the Wizards. Don't mind that, I'll get there in a minute. And then your Tier 1 is all the rest of them. Tier 1's going to be 76ers, Bucks, Celtics, of course the Lakers, of course the Raptors, and then the Rockets and the Thunder and the Blazers. And Warriors. And that's it for them. Alright, now the only way to win the classic teams, when I moved to junior varsity, I got the Tier 3 classic teams, which were... You had to win a certain amount of games in each tier to do that. But that was these teams. I don't know if I'll name them all, but this is who they gave you after that. Most of these teams were championship teams. I don't know why they're in Tier 3. It goes all the way back to 64. So. Alright, and then when I got to... Hold on. When I got to, I want to say... I got them in junior varsity when I moved up. In junior college, I got the Tier 2 Classics, which were these teams. 13-14 Pacers, which were a pretty good team, and then that goes back as well. These are the teams you got there. Give y'all a second to look at them. And then, yeah, that was it. That's all you got there. And I haven't got the Tier 1 Classic teams yet, so I don't know who those are. When I made it to varsity and college, when I made it to level 8, which is varsity, I got, like, legend players, like Shaq and Larry Bird and stuff. I don't know what those players are for, but I think they're for my team, is what those players are for, if I'm not mistaken. Because I don't think they're there to start. I think you unlock them, and that's how you unlock them. And then, once again, I got some more of those players when I hit the level I'm on now, college level. I got some more legend players. I don't know who they are yet. The other one told me who they were, but I didn't see who they were this other time. So, but, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. They have it on that kind of thing now, and at first, no, on 18, like I said, you got to pick whoever you wanted, and you just had to win a certain amount of games before you moved up. Now they're making you play with Tier 3 teams, Tier 2, and Tier 1 teams, and they're making you win a certain amount of games in those tiers. Now, the Classic teams help, because like I said, these are championship teams. Like, okay, let me go to Tier 3. But it's amazing how they have, like, I'll show you a game I had the other day. They'll have the team like the Kings, excuse me. They'll have a team like the Kings playing as good as a team like this. And this was a playoff team back then. A very good playoff team. This one too, the 12-13 Grizzlies. Got all these teams right here. Especially this Knicks team. This is one of the best Knicks teams. And I mean, these guys, they would kill the Kings team today. This team would kill the Kings team today. This team would dominate the Kings team today. See what I'm saying? And I think I was playing the Kings team with this team, if I'm not mistaken. I had the Heat, the 96-97 Heat. And it was a close game the whole game. And it should not have been a close game. That should have been a blowout, hands down. So, I mean, the Tier 3 teams, they help. But if you don't know how to use them, it's not going to do you any good. Just better off picking one of the regular teams. Why they have the regular teams playing like these championship teams, I don't know. And then, like on Tier 2, I'll give you an example of a game I had with this one. I think I was using... Yeah, I use this team in Tier 2 a lot. I use the Miami Heat 05-06 Heat. And that Pistons team was awesome right there. Especially defensively. I haven't used them yet, but maybe I should. Yeah, they were pretty good too. It's Ben Wallace, that dude is beast down low. But I had the Heat right here, and I was playing against... Hold on. I'm trying to find who I was playing against that day. This was just the other day. I know I've played them before, but the Jazz are pretty good, so I'm not even going to smash them. It was a team that wasn't really that decent as that team. Hold on. I'll know when I see. Okay, yeah, maybe it was them. It wasn't the Nuggets, though, okay. I think it was the Jazz. I want to say it was the Jazz. Now, the Jazz is a good team. I take nothing away from the Jazz. And it says they have 96 defense. But I'll say again, this is a championship team right here. These guys won a title. This team right here. They won a title. This Jazz team has never won a title. And there's no way the game should be like close. It shouldn't be. Now, I know any given day, just like in football, any given day, any team can win. But this team right here playing the 05-06 Heat, that should not be a close game. It should like be a blowout from the Heat. I mean, that's just how it should be. So, but like I said, it does. If you know how to play with the classic teams, then go for it. But you're better off picking a regular team if that's what you want to do. I don't know if it's the way the teams are built nowadays or what, but yeah. So that's all I was wanting to show. Some people don't understand how they did it this year on this game, so I was trying to explain how they did it this year. This is a good team right here too. But yeah, they basically fixed something that wasn't broken. So I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they fixed that, and I don't like the way they did that. I just really don't. Yeah, and then at the bottom here it says you're sent down after 3-game loss streak. That means if you quit out of 3 games in a row, then you go down back to level 8. And then you lose whatever you earned. So I'll lose those legend players. And then if I go down to varsity, let's say, then I'll lose my tier 2 teams. So you have to earn all that stuff back again. It sucks. So once you get in the level, you gotta grind. At least win 1 game. Don't lose 3 in a row. Or don't quit 3 in a row. So, because they will tax you for that. So, and then let's say you're just starting and you lose all the games in freshman. No, I don't think it's if you lose all the games. If you quit out of freshman 3 times in a row, then they start you over freshman again, but then you have to win 5 games in each tier. Yep, 5 games. So I had the game glitch one day. I didn't quit out of 3 games. I think it was I lost the 3 games, and my freshman started over. When it started over, it had 5-5-5, and I was like, oh crap. So I turned the game off, and the next time I turned the game on, it fixed itself, and I didn't have to do the 5-5-5, because to my understanding, it only does that when you quit 3 games in a row in freshman. Then they start you over, and you have to win 5 games in each tier, and that's like darn near impossible. Freshman is where everyone is. You see 435,000 people are freshmen. So those are all the people that are grinding, trying to get up. I mean, you might think you have a harder game up here where I'm at, in the 6-5-4 and all that, but those are actually easier games. And every 2K I've played, the lowest level, like freshman, that's where all the people are at, because they're grinding, trying to get to the top. It starts cooling down when you start getting towards the top. Like where I'm at college, it's kind of, they're more lax games up there. They're not people that are trying so hard. So they're better players, but they're not, they're not trying like the people in freshmen. People in freshmen are trying hard because they're trying to move up. The people up here are already up. So I mean, they really don't have much to lose except going down a level. If you're good at the game, you're only going to go down 1 level if you do go down a level. I've never gone down all the way to 10 from 6. So yeah, my record was, when I first started playing this game, because I normally play Xbox and I've been on PlayStation, so it's hard to get adjusted to the controls and stuff. It is a difference. For those of you who want to know if it's a difference between Xbox and PlayStation, it's a huge difference. It's a difference in how they move. The button sequence is way different. It's just way different. You got used to the buttons and stuff. So when I first started playing this, I wasn't used to it. My record was like 4-17 at one point. 4 wins and 17 losses. I'm at 31-35 now, so I've done quite well since then. I'm only 4 away as far as record goes. 4 away from being at the 500 mark. So, I mean, that's good, going from 4-17 to 31-35. So, and like I said, I went from 10, now I'm on 6. So I'm pretty much where I normally am on Xbox by now. So it takes getting used to. But that's the layout pretty much of 2K19. So it ain't even take me 15 minutes to explain that. But I'm not going to do any playing right now today, but I just want to explain how everything works basically on here, because there's been a lot of questions on how, like, what they did this year to this game. And like I said, I didn't know how the classic teams and all that worked. I had to go look it up myself, and it actually took some looking to figure that out. Like, I had to literally go to like 3 different sites and 3 different YouTube channels. I had to just figure it out. So, 'cause they don't tell you right offhand. But They still have the Play Now, of course. They still have the My Career. I haven't even started on this one yet. On 18, I had a pretty good one going. So, I kind of just want to keep that one. When I get my Xbox fixed, I'll just keep the one I had going. It's kind of hard to start My Careers, because then you got to start all the way over and get all the points back and all that. And then to My Team, I think, this year, you're able to do solo. You don't have to play online. Now, I think they have that on 18. I don't remember for sure. But I know this year for sure. I've already started one, like I put a team together. They did change this year, however. Last year they didn't do it. But when you pick your team, your favorite team or whatever, they automatically give you a star from that team. So if you pick the Warriors, they're going to give you probably Steph Curry or Kevin Durant. I picked the Lakers. That's not my team. My team's the Spurs, but I knew I would get LeBron. I wanted LeBron. And I knew the only way to get LeBron was to pick the Lakers. So I picked the Lakers for my favorite team on this, and sure enough, I got LeBron. So if you want LeBron right off the bat, then that's how you get him on my team. You just got to pick the Lakers. So you're probably going to play a lot of people with the Lakers. But that's pretty much on my team. And I didn't really do much on there but pick a team. So, as you can see, I'm rookie and all that. But they have solo challenges. You don't have to play online. You can do the solo challenges and get cards also. I think that's how you get the majority of the cards. And like I said, playing online, on regular online, I got those legend players. So I think they're in there somewhere as well. So, yes, I think that's how it works. I think that's, yeah, they got to be there because they're nowhere else. So. But yeah, there's solo challenges and stuff like that. Let me see if I can go into it real quick. Trying to give a quick tour of this game. So those of you who don't want to go figure all this out, then you'll already know. Yeah, so you got your single player things right here. Triple Threat is play 3-on-3. And that's, I think this is new. They didn't have this last year. 3-on-3 is just 3-on-3. I mean, that's basically what it is. Best trios in the league. And it's from each team. They have domination again, which means you play every NBA team. They have the challenges, of course. The challenges, you get cards from this, you get cards from this, you get cards from all this. And you definitely get cards from the challenges. Challenges are where you're going to get most of the cards from, if you like this mode. So, and you can go in there and play with that when you get it. But that's the single player. Multiplayer, I think, yeah, it's 5-on-5. Now, they have some kind of tournament going on where you can get $250,000 and go to the All-Star game this year. So, my team's got to be pretty built. And then they, yeah, there you go. They have the 3-on-3 on multiplayer as well. They have multiplayer challenges, and then they have play with friends. So, and then there's where you buy your packs, there's your auctions, and then there's your team and stuff. So, and as you see, I got LeBron sitting down there. I actually got a pretty good squad. So, I can't really go into the lineup for some reason. But I got a pretty good team. I mean, that's that. I don't really do much on my team. It's like on Madden, I don't do much Ultimate Team. I don't really play with that stuff much. Then they have League, of course. This is where you do your franchise and stuff. You got your League, your GM, all that. They got the online, all that. And then you can start today with everything that's happening right now in the NBA. So all the injuries up to date, all that is right here. So, and they're all in the standings they're at right now. And it keeps it updated, so you can just do a season if you want, you can just do playoffs. So, I used to do this a lot. Like, back when I was younger, this is where I stayed on franchise. So, now it's like 80 here. But, this is what I did. I used to make a team when you create a team, and I just make a franchise like this, and that's all I did. That's all I did before they had online and all that. This is where I stayed. Of course, your 2K TV and then all that. So, one of the teams I like to use the best if I am using Tier 1. All the regular teams, let me go into that real quick. Because you gotta know who's good on this game, man. You have to. Tier 3, if you're not using the classic team. The Tier 3 team that I would recommend is, well, not them, that's old school. I would actually use the Heat. They're pretty decent. They're pretty decent. They're pretty good if you know how to use them. Who have I been using though? I normally use tier 3. I think I use them. So far, I think they're the best team I've seen. A lot of people have used them tier 3. Your tier 2 team, I go with Wizards. I mean, that's the best team to me in tier 2. That's the team I do the best with, I'll put it that way. So, Grizzlies are pretty good. But yeah, I normally go with the Wizards. So, yeah. And then when we get all our players back on this team, I'm going to go back to my Spurs. But we don't have all our people. Got people injured. But yeah, Wizards are definitely a team you want to go with tier 2. And then tier 1, I've been going with Lakers. That's what I've been running with. I mean, LeBron is dang near unstoppable. He is in every game. But he's way better on this one than he was on the Cavs and the other one. So, and Curry just got back on the Warriors. All here. He's been gone a minute. But yeah. Rockets are good, but they're kind of iffy. They're kind of iffy. They don't do good every time people use them, that I've noticed. The Raptors are awesome. I mean, they're very good. As you can see, they're 98, 98, 99. That's a very good team, especially if you know exactly what you're doing with them. That team's awesome. But I've been running with the Lakers. That's who I've been running with. I mean, LeBron, he takes attention off everybody else. Because once you start going hard with LeBron, they're going to put all their attention on him. And then you just throw the ball to any one of these other guys and let them do whatever they want with it. So, and as you see, they're 97 offense. So, that's what I run with. That's pretty much the layout of 2K19. So, like I said, a lot of the gameplay has changed. It's not as easy to drive the ball anymore. It's not as easy to shoot the ball. I mean, they changed a lot of stuff that they shouldn't have changed. They took a lot of stuff out they shouldn't have took out. They put a lot of stuff in that they shouldn't have put in. So, but yeah, I'll play with it and see how you like it. And that's pretty much the layout of it, man. I mean, I guess it's just to each his own, I guess. But I like 18 a lot better. So I hope they go back to how they had it on 18. But alright, that's the layout of 2K19. So, y'all like what you see, just go and smash like, smash subscribe. I do stuff on here usually. Usually I'm playing Dead by Daylight. So, but I'm not going to stream here for a little bit. But yeah, I'm usually on Dead by Daylight. Occasionally I'd get on and do sports like this. But I know a lot of questions were asked on this game, so I hope I explained it well enough. Y'all stay up, stay blessed.